Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name's Deanna and today we'll be working on week 19 of 52 weeks of Christmas. We're going to be doing a like a snowman hat, but it ends up being a container to hold your goodies for gifts or just to sit on your table as a display. You can put them on your coffee table, your kitchen table. I've probably made over 50 of these the last few years. We used them as Christmas gifts for the grandchildren, children's teachers at school. And this one here is a big one, and it's a coffee can. It's been completely washed inside. It is the like the cardboard that's got the aluminum foil over it. So I just wash it. I try not to get it too wet, wash it out good. And then when we do put anything in it, we use like a Ziploc bag. But this holds quite a bit. And the ones with the black top, I don't worry about. We don't do anything else to the cover because it's already black. This one is, of course, done in reds. We do them in all different colors, teals, whatever color picks and things you have, or if you have a favorite color or you want to coordinate it with your decor, that's totally up to you. The one we're going to be doing today is going to be kind of a pinky purple color. You can see the colors over here. That's the color we're going to be doing today. This one is actually chipboard. But I found that using foam board is a lot better and a lot less expensive and easier to cut. The chipboard is very hard to cut. The foam board is easy to cut. So we'll be using foam board. And I get my foam board at the Dollar Tree. I had a piece here. I don't know what I do with my spare piece. What did I do with that? But it's black on both sides. Here's a piece here, and I've already got this edged because I wanted to get this edged and ready to go. So what I did was I took this can we're going to be doing today is a formula can. It is just an Enfamil formula can, and I've just peeled this off. It's also been washed on the inside. This will hold a half a dozen of cookies, your homemade cookies or nice big store-bought cookies easily, or a bag of their favorite chocolates or whatever. You can, one of these little cans here holds quite a bit. This was the 12.4 fluid ounce can size. So, and if you don't have access to that kind of thing, large nut can, of course the coffee cans if you want to do the big ones, or Facebook, you know, you could just put on one of the community sites in your area asking for formula cans. Mothers are usually more than glad to save a few for you if you want. And this size is nice. We always made the great big coffee can ones as gifts, but I have done some of these smaller ones, and that's what we're going to be working on today anyway. So like I said, I've taken the foam board, which is about a good 1/4 of an inch thick, and it's black on both sides. I did paint the top here just to give it a because of my glue and stuff, I wanted to cover that up. So I hot glued some of this cording. This is like shoelace cording here, and I've hot glued around that edge because the core is white. So, and I kind of centered this can, and then I kind of just gave it a little press down to create a dimple in the foam. That way I know exactly where to lay my hot glue. And we're going to lay a bead of hot glue along here. We want a good amount because once this metal hits it, it's going to set up pretty quick. If it goes out of the area a little bit, that's not too big of a deal. We're going to be covering the bottom with some ribbon. I'm going to get that set here a second, and then I'm just going to press my nail against there and get that before it completely sets up. Or try to anyway. When it's nice and warm and soft, it's usually a little easier to get. There we go. Like I said, we're going to be putting some more ribbon along the bottom, and we're also going to be doing decorating. So, all right. So we're going to pick our least damaged side. So this is going to be, this will be our front here, where we're going to decorate, because it's got the little glue there that's sticking out. So we want to cover that up. Okay. All right. Now I've taken 8.5 by 11 sheets. I have measured my can. I don't want to cover either one of the metal lips because it makes your paper pucker. So I measured in between the two metal pieces here. I don't want to cover this one either because that's where my lid slides over. So I ended up having to glue a small section here, and you will have to measure your can. I don't know what kind of can you're going to use, so you'll have to measure and then bring your paper around and get an idea of how long it's going to be. I just glued two together the length I needed, and then I cut off the length I didn't need any longer. I want to make sure that my seam is in the back. I'm actually going to have 2 seams because I needed the extra. So we're just going to get those. And we can actually put those in the front too. That way, when we decorate, we can bring some things up to help conceal that. All right. I'm going to hold my thumb here to hold that in place. Lay a bead of glue right along this edge here. And I want to press it pretty fast because I don't want it bumped up. I want that nice and smooth. And if you don't with hot glue, it will leave a bump under there, and then that's not very attractive. And there's ways to conceal your seams and stuff. You just have to kind of think outside the box. I do not put glue anywhere else on the can as I go around. Because once we get around here, and I'm just pressing so that it stays nice and tight up against the can, stays in between my seams, and then I'm going to drop a bead of glue here on this side, and then press that down, just like that. Get more glue all over myself here. Whoops, sorry. Okay. I've got some picks and stuff already cut apart, so they're ready to go in pieces. That way I kind of contain the glitter into my trash can, and because I don't end up, I do end up with some glitter in my area, but not as bad as if I would just ignore that. Okay, I've got 2 pieces of picks here. I'm actually oops, I'm going to put that right back on there. Apparently that was holding those together. All right. Maybe I'll... All right. So I'm going to use these on here, like so, and I'm going to put them going one that way, and then I've got this one curved to go this way, just like that. And they can be a little ways apart because we're going to have stuff in between them too. These are just our base to get started with our decorating. You do not have to use the pine. You can use whatever you like, what looks good to you. This is just makes a good filler, gives me a good base. And before I get too far, I do want to put my other ribbon on there too. So this was the lid, and it was this tan color. So what is I did was I took, this is from Hobby Lobby, from the ribbon section in the scrapbooking or paper crafting department, and it is just kind of a fuchsia pink glitter ribbon. It's soft, it's not stiff, doesn't make glitter all over. I hot glued to the edge of my thing here with that, And then I also hot glued just a piece of black cardstock on the top. And that will fit right on there nicely, just like that. And that's part of the decoration here. Whoops, I'm actually under here, but there we go. So we can put that back on if we want here. There. So that's how I did concealed the top. I'm going to add additional ribbon right along this bottom part here. So I'm going to sneak back underneath this here a little bit. It's going to get covered, but I'm going to sneak back in there. I'm going to start running a bead of glue right along that edge there. Doesn't have to be heavy. I'm going to lay this ribbon in it. I want to cover that metal, and then it'll come up. I usually like a wider ribbon, but I couldn't find the right color to coordinate with the pinks that I had chose, so I decided to go with this. I'm going to kind of bring this around here and figure out where I got to cut it off. There we go. And again, we're going to lay another bead of glue here. And I'm laying it just about right along the same edge as the metal. And then this will meet right up with the hat there, or the brim of the hat, I should say. There we go. If you get too much on the metal, then it's going to cool too fast, and we don't want that. That far. There we go. Just like that. And kind of bend this up out of my way. Let's see if I can cut that just a little bit shorter here. Just a tiny bit. There we go. Then I should be able to get this in here without damaging those. Or my finger. There we go. Making a mess here. Of course, we're going to have some glue strings we're going to have to deal with until we're all done. We'll make sure we pick all those off. All right. Like I said, we've got some pretty elements here that I've just took off some picks and stuff. I want to bring these up along this edge here to help conceal that. Put my picks in the wrong spot. Okay, well, we'll have to bring some of these up here too. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. All right, so I'm going to run some of these from the center there up along that little edge there. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right along here. Okay. There we go. Just like that. And don't panic if you see a little glue. We're going to add other things. We're just getting a base set here. Another one of these. Let's get this one going off this way. We don't have anything there, but we want to continue just adding layers. Like I said, I have done these all colors, and they turn out so nice. And if you do them for teachers or work friends or whatever, they really like them. And it's something that they will, even though once it's empty, they can reuse it. It's not something they have to discard. They can continue to use it for a different thing the next year, which is kind of nice. And if it's just a few supplies you have around the house, or when picks go on sale and their favorite color for that someone special, or a neighbor, or sometimes it's just a male person. Just always Get that like that. I have this ball here. It's kind of big. This little pick thing here. I want to bring some whites in, I think, just to add different. Yeah, let's glue that right in the middle there. And then we can fill in around it. There we go. Okay. And then we got another one here. Everything doesn't have to be right in the front. That's our main. You can decorate all the way around too if you want. You don't have to stop at just the front. I kind of run them a little bit both ways. And then we got some of these little things. I'm going to trim the top of this thing off here. I don't want that there. And the other one I even used some Chanel stems and curled those around a pencil. I thought I had some small beads in here. Where did they go? I cut everything in my little trash can here. Maybe they're all in there. Yep, there they are. That's what I wanted for my center there too. These were part of this pick here, so I think we're going to put those right in the center there, like that. I don't have to do much to them. They were all part of one pick. But doesn't that look cute there, like that? And when I'm done, I'm going to take some of that snow text and I'm going to kind of put some on these pine things here, so that we have that. I've got some, these ones kind of look like pine. I'd kind of like to get those maybe going like that. Yeah, that's kind of cute. See that? Up along that edge there. And oh yes, if you don't like glitter, this is not something you want to do, because a lot of those picks have so much. You can do it without any glittery picks if you wanted. Most of mine just happen to have glitter on them. I bought a lot one year after Christmas because I went to do a project for teachers. We had one year where we did 12 days of Christmas for about 10 teachers for my 2 grandsons. And the one project, and I'll probably do that with you too, is a little deer made out of 2x4s and stuff. And the sleigh needed picks. And an inexpensive project went to a very expensive project. Fortunately, I went to like one of the, I don't know if it was one of the church stores or donation centers, and found a wreath that I was able to pull apart. But otherwise, it would have cost me like $50 just for the picks for these projects I was working on. So after Christmas, I went, and when they were all on clearance, I just filled my whole closet with different picks. And so these are what I'm still working on, and it's been probably 4 years, 3 years. So let's see here. I think we'll cut this a little shorter. I don't need them that long. Okay, so we just got like that. Alrighty, let's cut another one here. We're just gonna keep layering. Just keep layering. Getting all different. Okay. What else we got here? I got another one of those. Maybe some of these gold. I got some gold ones here that I didn't snip off this pick yet, but this is a large pick. They weren't all this big, but so this is just some of the things I got, but I like to do it right over top of my little garbage bin here, because otherwise I end up with glitter all over everything. So let me just snip some of these off of here, and we'll use some of those. Maybe a couple of these gold leaves. And what I don't use, I don't throw away. I just throw them back in the closet. What I did was I took your wire shelf racks like you get to do your closet, and I hung them on an angle, and then I put like a sheet of cardboard down on the bottom, and then another sheet, because they do have a lip on them. I put another piece of cardboard on the face of that, and then I laid my picks in there, and I've got like four of them racks on an angle, and then I just shoved the picks in there. Kind of try to like color coordinate them a little bit, so I'm not just pulling everything out. So that does help to color coordinate them. Okay. Okay. Oh, maybe I won't have to add no snow to that, because that's got the little gold on it too. Maybe we'll just leave that like that. Might be nice. You know, I think that's good. I think we can leave that just like that. And I think all these little, I got a couple of them. I'm just going to get another place for these. Nope, I think we're going to leave it. And I think that'll work. Like I said, the top pulls off. Put your favorite candies in there, or your favorite chocolates, or your cookies. We did a lot of home baking, and so made a nice container for that. Like I said, throw it in a Ziploc bag, but make sure you get it cleaned. And there. Nice simple project, and I hope you like it. If you do like it, please give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. And hope you consider subscribing to my channel. If you do, make sure you hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I put up a new video. I do a couple videos a week, sometimes up to 3, of different things. So again, this is week 19 of 52 weeks of Christmas. So until the next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.